In the right lane, your number 5 qualifier, 372.0, 200 miles an hour for Meisner. Jeff Miller already went down the track in Pro 275 competition in the OGB. Made it on there, pretty nice shot. We'll see what they learned and how it translates to Radial vs. World competition for the Bumblebee machine here in the left lane. His son, Patrick Miller, doing the tuning on this hot rod, and plenty of teams helping him out with some hand-me-down parts. Said, hey, I got this crankshaft, I got these valves. You need them, go racing with them. Meisner, big-time, big-money grudge racer, Willie Dog. He called many races with Timmy Meisner. Timmy Meisner here. But Jeff Miller, looking strong. Let's see him build the boost on this thing and put Bumblebee 2.0 into the show right here as he lets it go in RVW competition, brought to you by PTC and Fuel Tech.
Here we go, top of the racetrack. Have a 373.202 for Tim Meisner. He'll stay right where he's at. Jeff Miller only 692 at 118. 992 60-foot time for Tim Meisner. And Miller will go 14. Meisner will go 5. Norman Bryson and Ev Bernardo.
Norman Bryson, left-hand side of the racetrack, the body symmetry, 2019 Reach Brothers Race Car Corvette, 959 cubic inches of Pat Musey horsepower. Ev Bernardo here, Ev Bernardo Racing, Bristow, Virginia, the flat, gorgeous Camaro here in the right lane. I think we're going to have another one soon to join the show that looks like it whenever Tim Slavens finishes the car up and gets ready to go. As Bryson purging off the nitrous here from Winston, Georgia. Longtime Bryson Motorsports, a supporter of everything Boss X and Duck X they do out here. The Bryson family, always a fun time no matter where they're at. And Bernardo here coming at you, number 9 qualifier, number 6 qualifier, 381.7. Bryson said, hey man, we got the thing back to pits and realized we didn't have all of the stuff hooked up, and we wanted all 6 kits, only had 3. So the boost coming up for Bernardo, and Bryson, he lets her rip 128.60, but look at the top end for the nitrous car, 397.8, 203, and 382.7, 201 for Bernardo. That'll move him up there.
Yeah, Bernardo will go number 7. Norman Bryson will go number 6. As the next pair up will be Brian Anderson and Brian Markowitz. Now, Anderson on the left side is currently on the bubble for the Magic 8 tomorrow night, and Brian Markowitz on the right side is currently number 1 qualifier, 360 with a 1. So Brian Anderson currently on the bubble for the 383-1. Brian Markowitz, your number 1 qualifier, 360 with a 1204. So here we go. Brian Anderson and Brian Markowitz. Numbers 1 and 8 qualifiers. Potentially a round 1 match tomorrow night. The order doesn't change between now and the qualifying session tomorrow morning. So Anderson, can he go into the 70s? Can Markowitz go in the 50s? So here we go. They're staged up. There goes Markowitz, 935 short. 360 with a 4. 205. Anderson, 404, 158. Markowitz, wow. 935 60-foot time for Brian Markowitz, but man, oh man.
I don't know why I didn't go 58. Maybe Aaron. I bet you Saturday night it goes 56 or
7. How about that with Markowitz actually slowed down 0.03 of a second for what he ran last night, but still a good solid lap.
Send the scooter down the racetrack. Make sure we don't have any pieces.
Our drivers, looks like we got the piece of debris. We're going to crank them up and go. Jamie Hancock, Ken Cartuccio. So here we go, Ken Cartuccio. Number 3 qualified, 368.2. Jamie Hancock, number 9 spot, 384.3, 183. All right, folks, here we go. Okay, Ken Cartuccio laid down the number. Can he... Oh, man. So Jamie Hancock, right side, your 9 qualifier. Here we go. Oh, up and down goes Cartuccio. Hancock, 377, 190. Jamie Hancock. So he will get into the Magic 8 for now. Ken Cartuccio's on the front and start to come up a little bit and bang. So Hancock will go 6. Cartuccio stays 3. And Ev Bernardo now on the bubble for the Magic 8 at 382.7. As next up, Casey Bushmeyer and Tommy Yeomans. And we're going to fire them up and go here. The 1970 GTL for Tommy Yeomans, McIntyre, Georgia, and Casey Bushmeyer. 63 split window Corvette. And a Panama City, Florida, currently not in the show. Neither is Tommy Yeomans.
My man's Tommy Yeomans over here on the right-hand side, the GTO, the twin-turbo machine. And Bushmeyer, left-hand side. Bushmeyer here, the Panama City, Florida machine, the left-hand side. And Yeomans is out here racing to keep his mind off of things, as suffered a loss there in his family, and much like myself, out here remembering the people that are not with us. Shout out to my mans Armando Andrade out there. Rest in peace, brother. Fly high, and we'll see you on the other side. It's one of those deals. We just we think we're going to grow old, fat, and happy together, and sometimes we got different plans there. But Yeomans knows no other than saying, "Hey, I'm keeping it alive here." She would want nothing better than to see me come out here and put on a show, and that's what I'm going to do, as I'm building the boost on the Hearts Turbochargers machine. He gone right there.
Wheels up.
Bushmeyer goes for a wheel stand, and Yeomans clicks off 395.4, 205. That's got to be getting it there for career best for Yeomans.
All right, who's out there going to check that right-hand lane behind Tommy Yeomans real quick, and he goes 395, 205. Go to number 10 spot. Ed Bernard still holding on to the bubble for the Magic 8 at 382.7 is Glenn Adams and Reggie Richard. Fort Lee, Texas on the right side, Orlando, Florida on the left. As waiting for the all clear. Looks like we're just making sure everything's okay on the starting line. We're going to fire them up and go. So let's go here. Glenn Adams and Reggie.
As Reggie Richard, a.k.a. Reggie the Rabbit, the Raging Cajun out there, Forney, Texas, but he got roots deep east in Louisiana. Coming at you, the 2018 Camaro, longtime X275 racer, now running RVW with the ProMod machine. So let's see, Reggie the Rabbit out here, RVW debut. Like I said, X275 racer, but he said, man, I got this ProMod, let me put some radials on it. Thing went right down Broadway in the heat of the day, first lick off the trailer. And Glenn Adams in the Fuego tobacco and vape sponsored machine there in the left-hand side of the racetrack. Looking good. As Reggie the Rabbit, looking to jump on down into Radial versus the World competition here, as he is rolling forward here. As Cinderella is not looking to get the carriage turning into a pumpkin here. We ain't got all night. The boost coming up for the El Fuego machine. And Reggie the Rabbit, 102 to 60, clicking it off. Fuego's gonna do it for the night. Tie a bow on that one, boys. 379.6, 200 for Reggie the Rabbit. Congratulations, boys. That's awesome, but man, we got a problem there in the left-hand side of the racetrack. That's right, Reggie the Rabbit, baby. He sprung it all the way up. Number 7 in the show gets him. Got one more qualifier to stay alive, but currently now in the Magic 8.
All right. Being told that we're getting ready. We're going to fire up the next pair and go.
Reggie the Rabbit went 102 to the 60 there. They were getting a little soft, get thing off the line, and sprayed the house down as that thing is rolling. Congratulations to that team out there. That's going to bring us to Calvin Franco, the Trap here, San Mateo, California. CFR Racing, Ben Bolin out there. Holla. Doing some tuning on the cubic inch machine, 872 cubic inches of rare Morrison horsepower. Hall EFI on board here in the right lane, the left-hand side. It's going to be Eric Dillard behind the wheel of the Paul Gargasso machine in the left lane. Getting some data for Pro 275 action here. So the Trap going to get the nitrous purged off over here as pull this thing forward as this car has been 370s. And that was a time ago as this thing went 369.5 at 200. Number 4, he is in the show. Magic 8 as of now. We got a couple more people not qualified. They could knock him out. But Calvin Franco, the Trap, looking to let her rip Tater Trip. And Eric Dillard, he can run some 60s here in this machine in the left-hand side. The Trap staged, waiting on Dillard to pull forward and get staged. The Trap separates, get it 937.60, but the flames go out. And Dillard will be happy with that. 003 on the tree, one flat 60, 378.6, 198. And Mike Pirka here in the left-hand side of the racetrack. Or Matt Micah, sorry, not Pirka, the photographer, Matt Micah in the left lane in the Bad Gas Racing Machine, Chicago-based machine. Team Car Chicks in the left lane, and the right-hand side, Tim Flad from Tribly, Florida. They like their Ford-powered trucks in the Flad family. The 98 Ranger running RVW. So we will see what Flad can do here in the right lane in the RVW machine. So we'll see Flad roll forward as the Bad Gas Racing Machine, I believe, running LDR as well this weekend. So 420 with a 5. That ought to do pretty good in LDR, but it is not going to get him in the show. They pretty much have to set the LDR world on fire here to get into the Magic 8 as they want 107 to the 60, trucking down top end. How about a 418 176 and
Just send him down a track. He can't back up or nothing now once he was already in the light.
Tim Flad gets on the trans brake and it rolls all the way backwards. Something broke in the transmission and let it come backwards, so they're going to push Flad out of the way down the short chute, and we're going to see Taylor Laster in the left-hand side or right-hand side of the racetrack, and the left-hand side, Frankie Taylor, who I think is lost out here. He's holding the bottle of alcohol like, hey, nobody's recognized me yet. The Madman, the fastest door car in the world at one time. The shifty Mosquito in the Beams machine, as Leroy Neighbors will be piloting the new to him Radioverse World car. The Give God the Glory sponsored car here in the left lane. Oh, they will be bringing it forward. Leroy Neighbors, we need Taylor Laster to get fired up here. Taylor Laster having some problems, can't get the car fired. As Leroy Neighbors from Texas here in the 2018 C7 Vet got Frankie the Madman Taylor out there helping him out doing some blower tuning. So Frankie trying to get him to pull forward and says, hey man, we gotta go. We only got like 1.5 gallons of fuel in this thing. Gonna bring Leroy Neighbors getting staged up. Says, hey, need you to watch the tree. You got a single. Let's see it. First qualifying shot, Q2 here. PTC, Radial vs. World, brought to you by Fuel Tech. Not shift. Looked like it ate up some parts down there. We'll check out the racetrack. Make sure that we did not get any fluid. Quick mop job here on the starting line by our, I believe that's Mr. Jamie Luke. Here is we waving on the live feed there. As we're going to have Taylor Laster and Jody Voiles, the 66 Chevy 2 from Douglasville, Georgia, be pulled forward here momentarily. So once again, a quick mop job here in the left lane as we are rolling and going through PTC Radial vs. World, brought to you by Fuel Tech. So we're going to get the Taylor Laster machine fired up here, the TRE Corvette. Number 2 qualifier, 367.8, 199 for the nitrous entry. Shout out to my man's Ryan Grigsby there, 30 for 30, 30 under 30. Drag Illustrated nominee here. You guys go dragillustrated.com, 30 under 30, and nominate And vote for my man's Ryan Grigsby. Going to be backing up Taylor Laster, the TRE Racing Machine man here. Responsible for a whole lot of big block nitrous cars across the Texas contingent, whether it's Ultra Street or X275, LDR, all the great stuff, as well as plenty of other cars and customers in the No Time World and other categories across the country. Jody Voiles in the Pro 275 car will be getting a shot here at the racetrack. One last shot before, call it a night. And the nitrous will be purged off here for Taylor Lasher from Cleveland, Texas. So we're going to get the thing pulled forward as doing another quick mop job for Mr. Voiles there. All right, so Jamie Luke and the rest of the crew pulled off. We're going to be sending Voiles as Taylor Laster says, come on, let's go. Looking to go number one, and they're going to cut Voiles off and send Taylor on a single as we get a little bit of belly there from Ryan Grigsby and a whole lot of full moon. As maybe if he gets a little bit, my man's will buy a belt there. Is getting pushed back, and Laster is pulled forward, staged, ready to go. Tree drops. 932.60. Get it, Taylor Laster. 367.1, 198. Will improve by just a little bit. 7,000s there for the TRE machine. Chasing Brian Markowitz. Bring us to Hank Stubbs, the Pipe Shop Gangster machine here in the right-hand side. And the left, I believe, is going to be the Devil Horse car, as they are both going to take some shots down the racetrack after we get it all cleaned up. As in the RVW category, Markowitz 6 at the top of the sheet, 360 with a 1, 204 miles an hour. Laster behind him, 367.1, 199. Cartuccio 3, Calvin Franco 4, Jamie Meisner number 5, Jamie Hancock 6. Don't know who is number 7, and Reggie the Rabbit, number 8 currently. Oh yeah, Dillard. Eric Dillard, number 7. So let's see what Hank Stubbs behind the wheel of the Pipe Shop Gangster machine can do here in the right lane. The Reese Brother race car, built car here in the right. Heidi Carlisle, left-hand side of the racetrack, the former RVW winning machine here, as it was the first Pro Mod in the entry and pretty much opened the door for all of the cars you see here. As at one time they kind of all looked like the car in the right lane, just buck wild. And then it kind of went a little bit further and a little bit further, and now you got what you see here, a lot of modified machines. Randy Singleton owned a machine here in the right lane. One of those deals whenever you get a name as epic as Pipe Shop, that's people just kind of call you that. Like I know a couple guys who have some crazy names, and that's all they're known as. And then you're like, no, what's your Jesus name? What's your Christian name? Well, it's Randy Singleton there in the right.
Ooh. I'll tell you what, Heidi, that car kicked sideways, and Hank was right about there, and Hank got out of it himself. All right, then we need the trucks. Need you now, please. Need the SSDs or Featherlight Composites, Cameron Johnson race cars, No Time Pro trucks.
It has to be ran by 10:59. Whatever they don't have it up by 11, they're going to run it up.
So again, drivers, need you up here now as we are racing against the clock. So Pro Trucks, I need you now, please. Pro Trucks, need you now.
Nothing's going to be ran past 11 o'clock. No matter where we are, they will have to run it.
So again, drivers, here's the deal. Nothing will go down this racetrack beyond 11 p.m. So wherever we are at, we will stop, and then we will finish it in the morning. So Pro Trucks, we need you now. Again, time is of the essence. So Trucks, if you want to run tonight, you got to get up here, because at 10:59 we're shutting it down. 11 o'clock, that's it. So Ultra Street, you can put them away as you will be the first thing down the racetrack in the morning at 9 a.m. So Ultra Street, limited 235, you can put them in the trailers. So Ultra Street and limited 235, you will get at least 2 runs tomorrow. So you 2 classes can put them away. Again, Ultra Street and limited 235, you can put them in the trailers. We do apologize for the inconveniences, but with the delays, Ultra Street and Neil Hawkins stopping on the racetrack, and all the other delays here. So Ultra Street and limited 235, you will be first thing down the racetrack tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. So again, limited 235 and Ultra Street, you can put them in the trailers. We are not running you tonight. You will be first thing down the track at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Justin Ciernick here on the right-hand side of the racetrack. Come up here and DXP Streets. I'm sure you guys got the memo when we were talking, but DXP Street, you will not run tonight.
So go to Ultra Street, DXP Street, limited 235. You will not be running Q2 tonight. You will be running it in the morning.
Chris Cardano, let's go. Chris Cardano. Andy Mack is waiting on you in the staging lane.
Neil Hawkins on the steering. Here we go. Top end. 396, 186 for Neil Hawkins. 404, 190 for Justin Ciernick. So once again, Ultra Street, DXP Street, and limited 235. You will not be running your Q2 tonight. You'll be first thing down the racetrack tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. We do apologize, but with the amount of delays we have had here this evening, Ultra Street, DXP Street, and limited 235, your Q2 will be in the morning. And here's Ziv Hudson and Mike Jones. Ziv Hudson left side, Mike Jones right side. As Mike Ziv Hudson of Concord, North Carolina. As we appreciate all of our fans that have come out here this afternoon and hope you all coming back tomorrow. So one more time, just to repeat, Ultra Street, DXP Street, and Limited Street 235, you will not be running your Q2 tonight. You'll be first thing down the track tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Those 3 classes will get a total of 4 qualifiers before round 1 of eliminations. Duck does promise you that. So here we go. Ziv Hudson, Mike Jones. Problems for both. All righty. Brad Tyson and car 9193. So once again, the final call for the S&S Diesel, Featherlight Composites, and Cameron Johnson race cars. Pro Truck, no time. So again, trucks, remember at 10:59 and 59 seconds, we're shutting it down, which is 36 minutes from now. Again.
Brad Tyson and Adam Preston here. Once again, if you know some people that took some stuff that didn't belong to them, aka some shocks, here out of the Preston pits, you got some information, we will gladly pay you in exchange for the information and the return of the shocks.
There we go. Top end 400 186 or 404 157. So that'll put Tyson up to the number 14 spot as Reggie Richard currently on the bubble for the Magic 8 tomorrow night at 379.6. As next up will be Justin Martin. And Jody Voiles. And again, the Pro Trucks will be the last thing down the racetrack tonight. Yeah, pull them forward now, trucks. Pull them forward now. 11 o'clock, we are done for the night. That's it, regardless of where we're at. So it's on you. There we go, Voiles and Martin. Both of them having issues. So again, trucks, let's go. Trucks, let's go. S&S Diesel, Featherlight Composites, Cameron Johnson Race Cars, Pro Trucks. All right, trucks, again, if you're not ready, we're just going to go to the next pair and go without you. It's a race against time. So let's go to the S&S Diesel, Featherlight Composites, Cameron Johnson Race Cars, No Time Pro Trucks. So again, while it's quiet, Ultra Street, DXP Street, and Limited Street 235s, your Q2 will not happen tonight. And that'll be first thing down at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning.